Salam alaikum, Your Eminence, Ustaz Sham-una.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, bro?
Alhamdulillah, and thank you for the warm reception once again.
Alhamdulillah.
Today, we are going to dive into your spiritual basis and authority with which you've been predicting and prophesying about politics, sports, and many other fields of endeavor. You are a numerologist, a philosopher, a teacher, and above all, what you fashionably call a spiritual hacker. We want to zoom into the Hafiz status that we've discovered you are. Please, first of all, who is a Hafiz?
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا الإسلام وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. Our viewers scattered across the globe, wherever you are, good evening or good morning or good afternoon because of the difference of the latitude and the longitude. Thank you very much, Mr. Questionnaire. In a simple term, when we talk of Hafiz, we mean a person who has committed the Quran to memory off-headed. That's Hafiz. And then the plural is Hufaz. That's the meaning in total.
Thank you very much. So, by virtue of this definition, you have committed the Quran, the Holy Quran, into memory. And therefore, you are an authority and has mastery over the Holy Quran. You have been saying that Quran, the Holy Quran, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam are the basis for which you have been predicting and prophesying politics accurately, sports accurately. Can you tell us what at all are there in the Holy Quran about all the predictions that you've been doing? What is the Quranic or surat, whatsoever verses that is in the Quran that you always depend on as your basis for prediction and prophesying?
Thank you very much. It's a very intelligent question. The question, they've been repeating the questions again and again in all social platforms. When you go to Surah Al-Jinn, that's the dwarfs, verse 28, that's the end. Everything that you can see, that you can hear, that you can sense, that you can perceive, which is a creation of God. Everything, God makes calculation of numbers of everything. What the verse means is that everything is numbered. Everything is numbered. And God is a God of mathematics and everything. So he knows the number of people in creation, number of animals, number of dwarfs, number of angels, number of insects, number of everything. Calculation, your movement, God knows from the onset, from the day that you start moving to the day that you are going to end. So everything is by number. So when you go into this and then you penetrate, you put the password, the spiritual password, in which this one or this scanty time cannot take us to put the password and do it, because when we are going to put the password and open it and do the mathematics, it will take us more than 10 or 7 hours, which is pieces of nonsense that the time cannot allow us to do. So when you put the password in this verse, then it will open, then you do the calculation, and by the support of that verse, or by virtue of that one, you see everything, or by the virtue of that verse, you see everything, like this.
So your prediction about the World Cup or sporting events, it is not dwarfs, neither are there genes or marine spirits or some Agbala hosts, as we call it in Africa, that are enabling you to prophesy. But your basis is rather the Holy Quran. In the case of the World Cup or the football, which Quranic verses have you been using? Has the Quran spoken about football? And tell us more about that, and I can ask follow-up questions on that.
Thank you very much. the Holy Quran, Quran 6, verse 37 to 38, that's Surah Al-An'am, the animals. It's saying that everything is in the Holy Quran. Nothing, even an iota, is left. Everything is there. So if the Quran said that everything is there, it means that the World Cup and all the sporting activities, they are part of things. So definitely, we have to see them there. So I've been asking this question again and again. As you ask me that the discovery or the format or the picture of World Cup, is that not what it is?
Absolutely.
Yes. It is in the Quran.
Tell us more.
Yes.
What's the question?
Yes. So when you look at Quran 39, verse 68 to 70. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونفخ في الصور فصعق من في السماوات والأرض إلا ما شاء الله ونفخ في الصور فصعق من في السماوات والأرض إلا ما شاء الله ثم نفخ في أخرى فإذا هم قيام ينظرون وأشرقت الأرض بنور ربها up to the end of 40. That's ووفيت كل نفس ما عملت وهو أعلم بما يفعل. That's the Arabic version of the what do you call it, the word, the verse. So when you look at this verse from 68 to 70.
71.
No, to 70.
Okay.
So when you look at this verse, the translation is that it's talking about the day of judgment. When you fear Fisu, if the trump is blown, if the trump, like whiskey,
The trumpet. Yes.
if it is blown, فَسَيِّكَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ. What is inside the seventh heaven, what is in the middle, in the sky, what is on the surface of the earth, and wheresoever the planet that God's creation is, all of them will come and then they will die. That's for the first trumpet when it's blew. And then after that one, then there's another trumpet, the second trumpet, then everybody will rise up and then be looking at. وَأَشْرَكَتِ الْأَرْضُ بِنُورِ رَبِّهَا. Then God will design the sun in a different shape with a very brightest light. Then they'll bring the book, وَالنَّبِيِّينَ and the prophets, وَالشُّهَدَاء and the witness. وَقُضِيَ بَيْنَهُم بِالْحَقِّ. And then there's going to be a natural genuine judgment, وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ, and no one is going to be cheated. Then after that, then every soul will be judged and be rewarded according to his deeds. And God knows everything that everybody did or does. So when you look at this one, it's talking about the day of resurrection. One day, one time, everybody will die after blowing the trumpet, the first one, and the second one, they will resurrect again, everybody will resurrect, then they will share everybody, each and everyone, his quota according to his performances, his or her performances. So when you take this one and you are going to relate it with the World Cup and other related events like World Cup, when the whistle is blown, that when the last whistle of the World Cup is blown, the final day, for example, between France and Argentina, example of this 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. When the last World Cup, when the last whistle is blown, then everybody is going to die. The die here means that everybody is going to what? Be struggling to take his or her appendages, bags, luggages, to go to wheresoever the person is. people of France, people of Argentina, people of Croatia, people of Morocco, witnesses. Everybody will start now. Everybody will now. It's not now about the World Cup, but it's now about preparation going to the house. So going to the house here means that everybody at the World Cup there in Qatar. We are using Qatar as an example, but this is a general overview of FIFA World Cup. So it means that deaf here means that preparation, everybody has finished. Illa masha'Allah, unless God's will, except the will of the FIFA. Because we are just relating, you don't understand it. Then after that one, the second trumpet or the second whistle of the World Cup is not with the laughing like the way you want to see it. It is with the FIFA. Then everybody will be assembled, and then there is going to be a powerful and serious announcement from the FIFA. And they are going to organize and design the park, the field, or wheresoever they are going to make the presentation of the trophy. They will make a serious light, and then the way they are going to decorate that place is not going to be like the way that the place is being decorated. Then after the decoration, then they will bring the book. The book here means that is the Quran when we talk of the Day of Judgment. And here the book here means that FIFA will collect all the records from the referee, from the last man, from whosoever is responsible for that activities. When the being and the prophets, when we take in the Day of Judgment, and the prophets here means that is the FIFA president himself, and then the top FIFA officials. Washuada, and then the what? Those who are going to witness. And those who are going to witness in the Day of Judgment are pious people, people of high profile, people who fear God, who did this and then died. When you relate it here, and the witness are the people, the supporters from Morocco, the supporters from France, from Croatia, from Argentina, people of Qatar, and then the rest of the people. Not necessarily Qatar, but it's a general overview. But we are using Qatar as an example for a layman person to understand. Well, then after that, then they will reward every person. And God will reward everybody, every soul, whatever thing that the person performed when the person is on the earth. So when you relate that one to this one, FIFA will also reward the people, individuals. That's the golden boots, best player of the tournament, best goalkeeper, best referee, best coach, and all these things who are responsible for that, or who are supposed to have that. Then FIFA will also reward them. God knows the thing that people did when they were on the earth. When you take it on the side of the Day of Judgment, and when you take it on the side of the World Cup, FIFA knows and take records of the people who perform accurately up to the end of the final. And then FIFA will judge that one with his intelligence, with the support, and then with the support of the people or the top officials who will help the FIFA to carry that. So you see that this is a clear picture of the World Cup in the Holy Quran, Quran 39, verse 68 to 70. So this one is the picture or the format of the World Cup or related World Cup events, not only in Qatar, but whatever World Cup is coming to the end of the reservation.
Thank you very much for this comprehensive sermon about the surahs in reference, Surah 39, Surah Zuma.
Oh, that's right.
What you are trying to say, in essence, is that for the understanding of the listeners and our viewers, in essence, what you are saying is that the surah under reference is talking about the day of accountability and of reckoning by the Supreme Creator. The description of the event in that very chapter draws some parallel and similarities with what we call in a human context World Cup in the sporting arena. The series of events within that day of reckoning is similar to that which we have in the stages of the World Cup, where we reward individuals, where the one that is, the strongest is the best, all of them are, displayed. But everything officiated by an authority called FIFA, and in other side, the eschatological reference that you are making will be the supreme being who is the supreme FIFA. That is a beautiful analogy. And I think this should be a revelation, because it appears that the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his messengers and his disciples might have not had World Cup in focus when they received this very scripture. So how come that you are able to pinpoint World Cup to this very scripture?
If I can correct you, because I'm Muslim.
Please do. I'm not a Muslim, so please do.
So you just want to tell me that someone, a critic, will say that, okay, now that I come with this, if I understand what you want to ask me, now that I come with this similarity between the World Cup and then the Day of Reckoning, so why is it that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and then the top disciples of Prophet Muhammad and other prophets, is that not what you are planning to do?
Yes, because there was no precedent.
Okay. That's fine. So if that is the case, actually it's a very intelligent, simple question. At the time of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and other prophets, the question is that, was there any sporting activities like this World Cup?
Tell us. I don't think
the
so.
question is totally new.
Yeah.
No.
So me saying doesn't necessarily mean that I'm equal to Prophet Muhammad, or I'm even equal to any disciple of Prophet Muhammad, even the sweat of disciple of Prophet. I'm not equal to that. But God is revealing me this one for him, God, to tender it as an evidence.
So therefore you are saying that it is a revelation received from above.
Yes, it is
A revelation.
Yes,
an inspiration.
When you say revelation in
Yes.
the in Islamic
Context.
realm, in the Islamic context, is wrong, because it is only the prophet who receives.
Okay, so should I use the word inspiration?
It's an inspiration.
You were inspired to understand.
Yes, I am inspired together with diligence, and then together with hard working. When you sometimes وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Whosoever make a lot of endeavors in us by giving sacrifice, by making salat, by making dua, by making istighfar, everything perfectly, we God will give him a wisdom to understand certain things which are hidden, and God is with the good ones. So with that one, it is something that is a wisdom that I also focus and see that one. I did a lot of things. There are a lot of discoveries. The Quran is not even about the World Cup. The other time, I discovered something about video camera in the Holy Quran.
I was coming to that question, but you've taken away from me. So anyway, since you raised it, you said video camera was also, captured in the Holy Quran. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So before I come back to the video camera, so actually, what I'm saying here is that everything that I'm going to say here, or everything that I'm going to say about the World Cup or about any discoveries, is being said by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam intelligently, but you have to decode it.
Okay, that's fine.
So now that I'm now decoding this one.
All right.
So
you've also decoded the video camera.
Yes, the video camera too.
Yeah.
That's Quran 99 verse 3, 4 to 5. Where it says Yoma is to Hadith Abara and God. Remember the day that you lost. Talking to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whosoever is listening to this day. Remember the day that your Lord will let the sons bring out all the information, all the video information, all the audio information to give it to mankind and tender as evidence whatever thing the person is doing on this planet. And you know that one is a different one. So that one is a clue, the format, the picture of video camera. Right. So there are plenty. So what I'm doing now is that, and what I want to say about this discovery of the World Cup is that after 18th December 2022, the next day till that 1 week, the park is going to be empty. Am I right?
Yeah.
So God is using this one to tender. Let me excuse me to say legal tender. Legal what we call jabber. God is going to use this one to tender as an evidence that you guys from FIFA, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Pepe, and all the players of the world, and all the FIFA officials, and all the coaches, all the referees last month, all the spectators, and all the people in their various rooms that they are telecasting this one. You've seen that this is an example of the day of judgment. So be careful. That day will come, because from the day of the timetable of the FIFA timetable up to the day that the match is going to begin, then people will start coming one after the other. Others go with bicycle, others go with their motors, others go with their bike, others go with their cars, others go with their flight, and the rest. And all of them gathered in Qatar or gathered in wherever they are going to play the football match. So that place, for example, the Qatar now, is now the Wells. Like that's they've given birth. After giving birth, everybody come to Qatar, and then the Qatar represent the earth. So the very day that they start the match, 20th November 2022, then that's the beginning of activities of human beings.
That's creation.
That's the creation. That's the beginning of our activities. So the first thing up to the round 16. After round 16, then anything that loses, then the person will go home. Is representing death. This will go. 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 Up to quarterfinals, then this will go. This will go. This will. Only the people who qualify for the semi-final will stay, and after the last listing of the World Cup, everybody will go.
I think you've exhausted this explanation thoroughly. I have a series of questions, but our time will not permit us because we've already exhausted almost all our time already. Maybe we have another time again to zoom into this very teaching. I think it's a very powerful sermon about judgment, and it's a sermon that is calling on individuals to be able to be alert. And so how come that you use this scripture to tell us who is going to win the World Cup, who is going to get yellow card, who is going to get a red card? What is red card and yellow card in this?
I just started by saying about the draft when I quoted Surah Al-Jinn and I said 28. And I said that when you insert the password, and I said that password, the explanation of password is that it will take about more than 5-6 hours. That we don't have time to explain that one. So the clear physical example I will just give for a mindset to pick, so that the person will relate this one to. I know this is your final question, so let me just wrap up. So the only thing that I will say for a layman on the street, for an average thinker to know what I'm doing, because since the 6 hours cannot contain, I must produce something related to that so that someone will understand that it's mathematics. Now, when you take a scratch card of MTN or any network, what are you seeing there?
Numbers.
Numbers. So when you put that number, when you load that, after you scratch it and put the numbers inside the phone or on the phone, you understand it? Then the numbers will turn as a what? As a credit or money. How come will you convince someone in the elementary or in kindergarten or a beginner from the basic to understand that numbers, ordinary numbers from the scratch, can be turned as money or can be turned into a credit? How can you convince it? So when you take this one, since a scratch card can be turned into money, can be turned into something, then you start communicating. Just take that example, and then we also take our numbers, we turn the numbers, we take Portugal, we take Argentina, we take France, we do the mathematics. After the mathematics, it will turn into information. But if you disagree what we are saying, it means that the very day that you put any credit or any number on scratch card, we also disagree that it's dwarf that put it. It's not, unless you agree with us that we can also use the numbers to turn it into information. We also agree that the numbers you use on the scratch card is not dwarfs, it's not witches, it's not anything. It is numbers and wisdom that turn into create information.
So we've seen the basis of the World Cup now in the Holy Quran. What about Olympics Games?
The Olympic Games is also, they are just related.
So it's the same.
But I'm having that one. That one is different.
Okay.
This one.
So it's different from the World Cup.
No, World Cup and Olympic Games, they are
all sporting events. Yes.
But because there are a lot of activities in the world, in the Olympic Games, that's why that one I also discovered that one. If anyone is challenging this one, and I say, okay, keep it away or keep it aside, then bring the Olympic Games. So in total, in summary, I'm going to wrap up. My final submission is that if you disagree what I'm saying, it's not a fight. You are entitled to what you are saying. Then produce World Cup, because the Quran 6 verse 38, 38 to 39 is saying that everything is in the Quran.
37 to 38.
37 to 38 is saying that everything is in the Quran. That's what Lana. So when you disagree with what I'm saying, fair enough. Please, do you believe that everything is in the Quran? The answer is yes, whether you say no. So when you believe everything is in the Quran, do you believe that the World Cup is also part of the things that it is in the Quran? Definitely yes. Then when you disagree with this one, throw it away. Make sure that you come to the public forum and bring the World Cup to the people of the world. Thank you so much.
So the World Cup is in the Holy Quran. The Olympics is also in the Holy Quran, with a specific surah that you can tell us later.
Yes, but that's why I keep it as my argument weapon for whosoever is going to misbehave, so that I'll use that one to slap you.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Your Eminence, Ustaz Sham-una. Yes, indeed, I am an interviewer, a journalist, but I'm also privately, I'm a theologian or a student of theology. From the Christian doctrinal perspective, I appreciate that which you've said, and I think it's mind-boggling. You are saying that the Holy Quran, in reference to Surah chapter 6, verse 37 to 38, says that everything has been captured within the Holy Quran. So the key word here is everything. So anything that is part of everything is therefore in the Holy Quran.
That's it.
But the key to identify them specifically in the Holy Quran is the password that must be discovered, and that must be given by the gifts from Allah only. Thank you very much for the opportunity and interview.
Thank you.
We would like to interview again on the World Cup finals.
Thank you.
Because you promised us.
Thank you, sir.
You're going to give
Thank
us.
you, sir.
Salam alaikum.
Thank you, sir.